Justin Langer, congratulations on the new job. Australian cricket coach, a dream job for a lot of people, I'd reckon.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I was actually out the front a little while ago pinching myself. I can't believe it's happened. So it might sound like a bit of a cliche, but I'm deeply honoured by it. I've loved Australian cricket since I was born, and to be put into this position is a great thrill.
What are going to be your priorities taking on this job?
Oh, look, number one, I think we've got to earn respect. I've said that respect is worth more than all the gold in the world. I've said it for a long time. I was brought up knowing that or learning that. So respect, not only for the opposition, for ourselves and for the public, respect's important. I think the other thing is that's been a foundation in West Australian cricket for the last 6 years is that we don't only develop and encourage good cricketers, but we also encourage good people.
How does sledging fit in with something like that?
Well, again, sledging, I mean, the word, that word comes up a lot. If we show our opposition respect and we show the game respect and we respect the spirit of the game, then, you know, sledging, you can call it what you want. There's always going to be some banter. The thing about cricket compared to other codes is there might be some banter that goes on between each other or between the opposition, but that's usually what it is. I mean, I hate to kill everyone's perception, but the opposition, we always get on really well. As part of the theatre, there's a lot of talk about sledging and how it's played, but the players from both teams usually get on really well off the field. So as part of the game, that said, it's the way we behave on the field is critically important.
Has the game been played too aggressively for a while now, even back to when you were playing yourself?
No, I think you can be aggressive in your skills. I mean, we used to love watching Shane Warne spin the ball and Steve Waugh smacking it through the covers, or Ricky Ponting hooking off the front foot, or Ian Chappell playing his hook shots. That's all tough competitive cricket. But sometimes you can some of the behaviours on the field are not what we'd expect from our Australian cricketers. So we certainly have to look at that, and that'll be a big part of what we talk about from day one.
There's been a huge amount of discussion about whether there's a culture problem in the Australian cricket team. What do you think?
Well, all culture is behaviour. It's the sum of individual behaviour. That's all culture is, whether it's in your family or whether it's in your business or whether it's in a cricket team. If you're onto the behaviours every day, it's actually one of the tough things about leadership is you've got to be onto the little things all the time. If you don't, they tend to build up and then you get these sledgehammer effects and something happens. So that'll be certainly my role as a mentor and as a coach and as a leader of the group, that our behaviours are positive and what people expect of us.
What do you see as the balance between the coach and the players' leadership group in terms of who makes decisions around game strategy and tactics?
Yeah, good question. I think that it's not about the captain's role or the coach's role or the CEO's role or the high performer. We're actually all in it together, and I think if we can have that relationship from day one, if we're all doing it together, you can be really powerful. So there's been a lot of talk in the past about the captain in cricket or the coach in cricket. To me, it's not like that. It's about working together. We work together, then we usually be okay and get good outcomes.
What do you think about what happened in South Africa? What was your reaction when you saw that footage and heard what had happened?
Yeah, I was really sad actually to see a kid like Cameron Bancroft, who I've known for a long time. He's like one of my sons, like probably all the players I coach. I was really sad that he made that decision and he was in that environment. So as a past player, I was really sad that we'd got to that point. I was probably really disappointed. I was a bit angry actually that we'd got to that point, but you know, we learn from that. I'm sure all the players will learn from that. Australian cricket will learn from it, and we'll move forward from that and make sure we're better next time.
Would you like Steve Smith to return to the captaincy at some point?
Oh, look, certainly with all the three guys. I mean, Steve Smith, he is a fantastic young bloke, and a bit like Cameron Bancroft. I've said this for a long time. They're really good kids and they love it. And I'm sure if all three of them, like all the players in Australian cricket, are happy to meet the expectations of and the responsibilities of being an Australian cricketer, then of course they'll be welcome back. And Dave Warner's exactly the same. If he's happy to meet the expectations and do the work and live by the values that we're going to live by, then of course he'll be well. He's a brilliant cricketer. He's a really good young bloke.
Have you spoken to Steve Smith since his press conference, and how's he doing?
Yeah, I've spoken to him a number of times. Obviously, I've spoken to Cameron Bank. I've spoken to Dave Warner, actually. Dave Warner and I go back a long way with we're both mates of Phil Hughes as well. So we've been friends / mentors, mentorship for a long time now. So I've spoken to all of them. As I said, they're having their ups and downs, but the thing that hurts them most is obviously the great public outcry, which is understandable. But the fact they can't play cricket, I mean, it's like taking chocolate off your kids. You know, they love the game of cricket. That's why it was a bit surprising what they did, but they'll be back. They'll be better for this experience, I've got no doubt about that.
As you'd know, Australians have pretty strong opinions about their cricket. Are you prepared to get a bit of free coaching advice on a Saturday morning when you're pushing your trolley around Woolies or when you're out walking the dog?
Oh, don't worry. I've been getting advice from Australians about cricket for probably 30 years now, I reckon. So, and we're all so passionate about our cricket. It's a big part of our community. It's a big part of our society. It's a wonderful game, and that's why. I mean, there's great responsibility about being involved in the Australian cricket team. I've known that for a long time now. One thing I do, I'm not on any social media, so the haters out there, you can hate as much as you want. I won't be watching it, but I will certainly be taking the advice, as I've done for a long time, from the great Australian public out there who love the game.
Well, good luck for the job. Thanks for your time today.
Thanks, Lee. Thanks a lot.